All right, to get started, we've brought everything back indoors. It's a warm 7 degrees outside. If you guys have followed along through the last couple videos, we had a massive snowstorm come through. It's not typical where we live. The temperatures really haven't risen enough to melt the snow. So our area is kind of like shut down completely. Then we had another system come on top of that, which produced ice. It's made everything worse. Grocery stores are completely empty. Kids have been out of school for like a week and a half. So it's definitely devastating to our area. So instead of going out on the griddle, instead of doing a crock pot, instead of doing our smoker, I thought, what better way to come back to our original beginnings? Cast iron. You can replicate this with your griddle, because we always say that griddle cooking and cast iron cooking are very similar. All right, first things up, just looking at the two, we probably need to season the steaks, and then we'll get to those potatoes. All right, one reason why we like to smash that is because it brings those grill flavors and that smoke flavor to the griddle, which is something you can't get unless you obviously are using a smoker of some kind. So, since I like my steaks charcoal grilled, number one way I like them, then we're gonna add that. So I'm looking about, when I do my steaks, sometimes I do all of my 3 seasonings, sometimes I mix and match. So I'm gonna do about 25% of smash that and about 75% of shake that. Salt, pepper, garlic, and butter. Then we'll top it off with a little bit more pepper. So. You can see the flakes of salt in here, just a lot thicker. It's a lot coarser. I like to come back with just a little bit more pepper. Same thing for the other side. Before I get started on the potatoes, I'm gonna start releasing some garlic and some butter and some olive oil for the potatoes. About 3 cloves. We're gonna smash 3 top, and then we're gonna add that to some butter and olive oil. We're gonna take these fingerling potatoes and just cut them in half. Just try to eyeball them. If some are a lot larger, then you want to cut those in half as well. We have some fresh rosemary, some thyme. So I'm gonna shave that off. Not a huge fan, so I'm not gonna use that much of it, but potatoes are something I can definitely do. And then we got the thyme. We're gonna give that a quick chop. Salt, pepper, garlic, and butter. We're gonna hit just a little bit more salt. Not a lot because we got that Parmesan cheese. Some black pepper. Touch of red pepper flakes. And then a little smoked paprika for color and for flavor. Smells good. Parmesan cheese, we're gonna go on the small grated side right there. I would use my food processor for this, but it won the last battle. We're not ready to jump on that horse just right yet. We'll get there. No, it's just because the grading mechanism on that is the large, and I don't want the large. Looking for like, I don't know, as much as you want, but this is really where the flavor comes from with these potatoes. Like half a block maybe. Face side down. And the rest of these kind of get just honorable mention. Just try to find a place for them. Got a little leftover residue. Don't let that go to waste. In the oven it goes for about 45 minutes, an hour, depending on how big your potatoes are. That Parmesan sets up nice. I mean, it's like a beautiful Parmesan chip. It's fantastic. All right, so we got our large 12-inch Blacklock skillet ready and go. You see how hot it is. We have it on high because we're going to adjust the temperature as we go. From here on out until the steaks are done, it kind of be some like maybe some soft background music because we have to turn on the vent. The proper way to do this is to get a great sear. Only way to get a great sear is have some really good heat to go along with that. Okay, so here we go. Alrighty, we have our potatoes done. We have our steaks done. Let me show you about these potatoes. Look at that right there. You thought it was crazy.
I did.
Try that joker right there.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Just come out of the oven.
That's what you call a hot potato.
Yeah. There we go. Gotta get through that Parmesan crust. A little creme fraiche, a little sour cream. All right, like I said, wanted some sour cream to go with my potatoes. She called me, she said, we have enough sour cream. I'm in the grocery stores. And I said, yes, we got plenty at home. I know there's a container. That's what happens when there's snow on the ground. You panic and you miss out. So I was going to put sour cream on my potatoes, but we can forget that. You got the spinalis here. You got the tail here. It's my favorite cut, about right here. Oh, yeah. Look how juicy that is. All that butter from underneath it from melting, got a little W sauce. It creates its own pan juices. We've talked about that trick before. I am traditionally not a griddle or cast iron steak kind of guy, but sometimes you make one that does throw you off.
Sometimes when it's 7 degrees outside.
That's true, and you haven't had it in a while. All right, guys, there you go. We brought it back to the basics. Cast iron cooking. It's actually how we started. What was it called? The Charcoal King, with cooking with fire and iron. But being 7 degrees outside, I'm not touching outside unless I have to. Steak and potatoes. I hope it showed you a little twist on the potatoes. If you guys are interested, we have a join button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. You can check us out on the Griddle Group on Facebook. We talk about griddles, and there's a lot of people out there that say the same thing. Hey, it's too cold. I'm going to cook indoors. Do you have new recipes for me? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace! It's a big old steak dinner and potatoes.
Inside.
Inside.